Welcome to another edition of Smart Chat here on YouTube.com. NHL playoffs are upon us, and I do want to give you my thoughts on the Western Conference playoffs. Anaheim versus Nashville. The Ducks finished 46-25, 103 points. Predators 41-27, 96 points. Ducks finished, they won the Pacific Division. And Western Conference, they're the number 2 seed. Finished 4th is the Predators in the Central Division, and 1st in the wild card race. Let's look at that. Let's look at this matchup closer. Anaheim's its turnaround. After coming within one victory of reaching the Cup final last year, the Ducks stumbled, out of the gate, and they were massacred. They had a few rough goes during the first 10 games when they were held just a one goal or fewer. Still, you saw a good possession team that was snake bitten early on by a very low shooting percentage. You thought that they would be able to turn it around. Sure enough, that puck started going in more for Anaheim, while the coach, Brodeur, put a greater emphasis on defense to help his team get through that cold stretch. From November 1st on, the Ducks went 45-18 and 9 and finished the season with the league's fewest goals allowed and its best penalty kill. While they're only ranked 17th in goals scored, the Ducks have a top-ranked power play. When you have guys like Perry and Getzlaf on there, it makes them very dangerous. But you don't want to rely too heavily on special teams scoring in the playoffs. That's something you can't do. Where whistles are known to go silent. Certain plays aren't called. The refs let the guys play more. The Predators, they're, middling penalty killing type of team, but they're disciplined. Only 7 teams took fewer minors in the regular season than the Predators. Plus, they are a very good possession club, ranking right below Anaheim and they have a fine top defensive pair in Roman Josi and Shea Weber. I think the Predators have the ability to make Anaheim sweat this one. I think it will be the Predators in 6. Now, Dallas, Minnesota. They are the highest scoring team in the regular season. And they have not won the Stanley Cup since Pittsburgh did it in 1992. But that might not matter to Dallas in the first round because this wild team seems lost in the wilderness, quote unquote. A play on words there. The lowest scoring Western playoff club. They've lost their last 5 games and have been hit with key injuries, losing Tom Vanek there, the 18-goal scorer, and he's ruled out that he won't start the start of the series because of a upper body injury. It's in hockey, it's either upper body injuries or lower body injuries, but who knows. Zach Parise, 25 goals, he remains a question mark with a bad back. The clock has appeared to strike midnight on their goalie there, who remained a workhorse, but did not come close to matching his magical run from the second half of last season. Give me Dallas in 5. Next up, Sharks Kings. Joe Thornton, perhaps the most underappreciated player of his generation, just put together an 82-point season and finished 4th in the scoring race, and he's 36 years old. The San Jose Arena there has been making those around him better. The San Jose Center, that arena, home of the Sharks, good playoff, good home team of the Sharks as well. He's the key to this franchise, and he's been consistently overlooked. He didn't even make the Olympic team from 2014. How did that happen? And maybe it's in part because his teams tend to fall short in the playoffs. Maybe that has something to do with it. Since Thornton, though, arrived in San Jose during the 2005-06 season, the Sharks have won only one game beyond the second round, despite 4 division titles in that span. This year, Thornton's team is once again among the NHL's possession leaders and a threat to do damage in the playoffs. However, though, man, the Kings, just when they won the Cup 2 years ago, LA has the NHL's best scoring. It's not even close. A larger gap between the Kings and second place Anaheim, considerable. When you look at it, LA has a big bruising roster. They clamp down on you. That's their style. Is ideal for the playoffs. They have a strong goalie in Jonathan Quick and one of the world's best defensemen in Drew Daughtry there. A 3rd championship in 5 years, strong possibility. LA in 7. Next, you have the Kings there. Not the Kings, but the Blackhawks. Maybe Chicago is at a point where they're about ready for a fall. After reaching the conference final in each of the last 3 years and winning 2 cups, fatigue might be a factor. Plus, honestly, the Blackhawks haven't looked like, well, the Blackhawks do down the stretch lately here. Over the final 25 games, Chicago had the 3rd worst a combination of shot attempts in close game situations. They haven't been shooting well. 3rd worst among the 16 playoff teams, and that's a strong predictor of playoff results. Now, the champs have leaned heavily on the scoring king in Patrick Kane. He has 106 points, most since any player since 2011, 2012. You have Corey Crawford there, .924 save percentage. Put him in a tie for 4th in the league. But you have to remember that Crawford missed nearly a month with an upper body injury. There we go again. Only to return, for the regular season finale and give up 5 goals on 25 shots to a bad Columbus team. Listen, maybe just rust. Plus you have your star defenseman in Duncan Keith. He will miss the series opener against St. Louis due to suspension. You could say that it's possible. The ingredients are here. Possible for an upset. And that's the way I'm going to go. St. Louis in 7. I hope all is well. Look forward to speaking very, very soon.